Hey everyone, this is a video that I have been working on for a extremely long time. It is an apartment building, but each apartment is based off of an eeveelution. I didn't want to film myself making the entire complex, so this is just a sort of walk around of the outside. I based the exterior off of a Pokeball, and we're just gonna get started with the actual decorating part because I find that to be much more interesting to watch than the building, especially since I spent most of my time building just messing around and messing up. So we're just gonna get right into the actual decoration of the inside of the apartment. This first part of the build, this first part of the video is gonna be many video parts. Like I said, it's just making the common areas, basically. So starting with the lobby, because I love a lobby area. If I'm making an apartment, I'm gonna make a lobby. I struggled for a while to see if like a desk would look good here, but then I decided to use half walls and then also put a desk behind the half walls and also a gate, just to give it a look. I'm not sure if this part is functional. I doubt that it is, but honestly, sometimes aesthetic is over functionality for me, especially since there's no lobby staff that you can actually use in the apartments. I think that would be a really cool update actually for The Sims to have, is like employees for the apartment complexes, like front desk reception people or maintenance workers or something like that. I just think it would help with gameplay. Not like I've actually played the game like you're supposed to play the game in a while, but I just think it would be neat. I love asking for gameplay updates when I barely do anything but build. That's just how I am. Another thing that you can look forward to actually with this build is that I also want to make a sim for every eeveelution. So I'm gonna have a sim to go along with all of these apartments, which I think is pretty neat. I haven't made them yet as of recording this, but I'm sure I will pretty soon after. Yeah, I'm trying to keep with a color scheme of white, red, and black for the main common areas. So you'll notice me going through and trying to find like the perfect color swatches. It is limiting, but it is a bit of a challenge, and I've been kind of bored in The Sims lately, so I've been searching for ways to challenge myself. And fun fact, I actually did this video before, but with a house, and I didn't like how it turned out, but I did post it, and then my other account got deleted because, I don't know, YouTube decided that to delete my account for, no reason. But I decided to do it again because doing it with rooms in a house was even more limiting than an apartment, and an apartment sounded more fun. So now you see me just cluttering up. Cluttering's one of my favorite parts of builds, but it does take a lot of trial and error. I don't feel like editing all of it out because I would be sitting here editing for literally ever, and I do not have time for that, especially when I spend so much time building and putzing around with all the different little elements and details. And for all of the things that I did in this build, like the so many things I did in this build, I think that this is my favorite detail of the entire apartment, is that for the entrance area, I made a custom Pokeball rug for the front entrance area. I didn't have to do this. I think I could have been fine just putting the red rug there, but I put it down and I thought it looked so boring, and I just stared at it for like maybe 30 minutes just thinking about that doesn't look good. So the Pokeball rug I absolutely adore it. And then it was just a matter of adding some of the extra accoutrements. I played around with the mailboxes a little bit, just so it looked more apartment-y. Also, since there are like a ton of hallways and stairwells and stuff, I just wanted to choose some like solid Pokemon-esque wallpapers. So I used this red tile one for all of the stairwells, and I just put them on every stairwell, and then I tried to keep it consistent throughout. It's like not that interesting, but I do like the wallpapers I chose. Also, if you watched my last video, you probably know that I didn't talk in my last video. I wasn't sure if I wanted to talk on this channel. I wasn't sure if I wanted to show my face. So I decided I definitely didn't want to show my face, but that I do think I want to talk. I think it's a little boring if I'm just sitting here and just saying nothing and it's just music. I think it's really boring. Also, you'll see me messing around with this light switch. I ended up like deleting most of the light switches in the build because I hate putting them in. Honestly, I'm not a realism kind of girl in The Sims. I don't really care about realism in The Sims, so you'll see me like putting in and deleting light switches a lot. It's just how it is. It's just what it is. But yeah, like I said, I wasn't sure if I wanted to talk on this channel at all, but I figured it's okay. Like it's a little boring to watch, I think, if you're just not saying words, especially since the way I build isn't extremely satisfying. It's probably a little frustrating for a lot of builders because it's kind of chaotic, and I'm not editing at all. So yeah, I do hope that you don't mind the sudden use of chatter. Not like many people watched my last video anyway, but it's whatever. I think it's fine. And I really struggled on what to put on this empty wall back here because it's just so blank. It's just unacceptably blank. And I tried like a zillion things that really don't work, but what I did end up going with, I do really like, I really like how this build turned out. So I hope that people also like how this build turned out and I'm not the only one. I just think there's something charming about it, and something charming about the idea. And I know it's not original. I'm sure it's not original. I am so positive that other people have done this exact idea before, but you know, that's part of the fun, is like making it your own. And here I am adding fire extinguishers everywhere. I don't know why I decided every stairwell needed a fire extinguisher, but here we are. Oh yes, and there I am finally figuring out what sign to choose. I had to cut so much content of me. It doesn't happen on the first try, people. If you build Sims, you know that it does not happen on the first try at all. It's kind of embarrassing. You think it wouldn't be that hard, but oh boy is it. But yeah, finally figured that out. And I decided to put cameras everywhere, for some reason. And don't ask me why. I just liked how it looked. Yeah, I also really like this part. It's a laundry room. I love it. It's just a laundry room, but it was really satisfying to make. I know that this pack isn't the most functional in gameplay, but it just looks good, and I know it's gonna make it kind of annoying, like, to actually play it, but you know, if you download this one and you don't want the laundry room, just delete the laundry room. You can make it something else, like a communal kitchen. You can do anything you want. I just wanted a laundry room, especially since the laundry machines come in all of like the really bright poppy colors, like the red. So I made some of them red, and some of them I made the I don't remember what I did. I did the washing machines red and the drying black, to sort of visually mix it up, and with some like white details, like white laundry baskets and white stuff like that. I really do like how this room turned out. I think it's really cute, really fun. I honestly think that the laundry pack, like Laundry Day, has some of the best, like most fun clutter options. Like the piles of clothes is just, it's just things. I love all the laundry baskets. I just like a lot of the stuff that they gave us. Yeah, even though the gameplay sucks, I definitely feel like it's worth it for some of the really cute things. If you're curious how I do something like that, where I use something that is meant to be like a floor clutter, but use it on top of something, it is, you take it out and you kind of put it where you want it, and you raise it with the 9 key until it reaches the spot that you want to do. It's not like a perfect adjustment. If you want like a perfect height, you're gonna want to use tool mod, which I also have on. You'll see me use it a few times throughout this build, but raising things with the 9 key was like saved me. I didn't know you could do that. And then since you, like, for these to work, for the apartments to work, you need a water heater. I just made like a really quick broom closet. It's super simple, kind of ugly, but I just used the broom closet, especially since when you use debug and live edit objects, you can actually, and if you have the magic, if you have I don't know what all these packs are called. I have them and I don't know what they're called. If you use like the one with the witches and stuff, if you use that pack, if you have that and you use the debug and live edit objects, you can actually take like the witches brooms and then hang them on the wall, so it's perfect for kind of a broom closet. I didn't like put a lot in here. I was gonna put more, but then I didn't want to waste a lot of time. I was already doing a lot for this build. I didn't want to just spend all my time in a broom closet. Like it's more of a story building tool, so. And with tiles down, I just choose some simple tiles, and with all of that down and the paint on the walls and everything ready, I just went through and threw the wall color and like the wallpaper and the wood flooring around to all of the hallways, so that it's all consistent throughout. You know, honestly, a beautiful thing about building an apartment is that you don't have to think very hard about what each floor is going to look like. I know what my hallways are going to look like because I was going to use the same wood flooring for the whole thing. And so I did that and made it nice and consistent for the entire thing. I should have done this all at once, but I was getting a little bored, so I decided to just do it when the time came. And now it's time for that gym I mentioned. I hate building gyms so much, but I wanted to add like another activity to the apartment complex. The one thing I wish I'd done, now that I'm sort of going back through and like looking at what I made, I wish I'd added more activities just in general. Even inside the actual apartments, the activities are a little lacking, but you can always add more. I wanted it to look more true to the designs that I was basing it off of than worry about them being like extremely functional. One thing I love about this mirror is that you can layer them on top of each other and it sort of creates like a clear pane of glass, except for when you scroll out and then they look kind of whack. But it's good when you're like scrolled in. Don't think about it too hard. If you think about it too hard, you will be sad. I put in a couple different pieces of workout equipment so that it has some variety. And then I just wanted to, for some reason, decided to put a TV over the treadmills. My apartment has TVs, has a TV in the gym, so I just wanted to put one there because I don't think that TV is functional, but it's more for the vibe, for the look of it. I'm realizing that I do a lot of things in my builds for the quote-unquote vibe and quote-unquote look of it, but who cares? It's my Sims and I can do what I want with my Sims. And with the gym done, I started working on the actual apartments. I started with the apartment in the basement. I'm not going to go into that in this episode, in this part of the series, but I will get to that next time when I make that video. And just a quick sneak peek, because the first up is Umbreon. I thought that would be a fun one to start with, you know, super dark, and it was really fun. So I hope you stick around for next video, and yeah, I will get on editing it ASAP.